Hello, I'm Miss Camille. Welcome to Elm City Pajama Storytime. I'm glad you joined me today. We're going to look at a lot of books today, and we're talking about cherry blossoms and haikus. And cherry blossoms usually bloom in March or April, and they are very pretty. They can be pink or white, different shades. And there are cherry blossom festivals in Japan and other places in the world. And haikus are Japanese poetry. So I wanted to also show you some books about haikus, poems. And this one is called Haiku, A Year of Seasons. And you can see there's cherry blossoms on the covers. So I'm going to read from this. And it is written by John J. Muth. Haiku, A Year of Seasons. And so this book talks about 4 seasons, but we're going to read the part about spring, since we're almost to spring. Spring, new leaves, new grass, new sky, spring. Too much TV this winter. My eyes are square. Let's go out and play. Flashlights sparkle in puddles, shadows climbing trees. Quiet and still, long enough for birds to make nests. Reading aloud a favorite book, an audience of sparrows. Killing a bug, afterward feeling alone and sad. And that's it for spring. So haikus are poems that have 3 lines of words, and the syllables for haikus are 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the next, and 5 syllables in the third. So I hope you come to Elm City Library. We have a craft that is making a cherry blossom. And then it has information about how to write a haiku. And we also included some chopsticks. So that would be fun for you to learn. Chopsticks with cherry blossoms. You can come and do those here at the library, or you can take it with you and do it at home. So I'm going to read some books, or a book about buds and blossoms, a book about flowers, since we're talking about cherry trees and cherry blossoms. It's written by Susan Blackaby and illustrated by Charlene Delage. And I'm going to read part of this book, the first chapter. The first chapter. Flower features. People like flowers because they are pretty, but flowers are made to do a very special job. Flowers hold all the plant parts that make new plants. And here's a picture of a cherry tree. And I should tell you, these cherry trees that I'm talking about aren't the ones that have fruit, the cherry fruit. They're just blossoms. Shades and shapes. Flowers come in a rainbow of colors. Flowers smell sweet or fruity or spicy. Some don't smell good, actually, too. But there are lots that do smell really good. Flowers come in lots of graceful shapes. Flower shapes tell how the petals form the flower. Here are some common flower shapes: bell, drop, star, button, globe, tube, cup, spike, trumpet. Insects, birds, and nectar. Color, smell, and shape help flowers do their job. Pretty flowers attract helpful insects, birds, and animals. The insects, birds, and animals are on the hunt for nectar. Nectar is the sweet, sticky juice inside of flowers. Color makes flowers easy to spot if you are a hungry creature. Some flowers even have markings that work like landing strips. Streaks, stripes, or dots show creatures where to stop for food. Do you have any of these flowers at your house? Or maybe you've seen them at a neighbor's house or at a park. Irises and lilies. There's lots of pretty flowers, and flowers also on trees, like the cherry blossom trees. So that's that one. And I am going to read this book, which is called Tisha and the Blossoms by Wendy Madur, illustrated by Daniel Igneas. Tisha and the Blossoms. Tisha was catching a blossom in her backyard. "Hurry up," cried Mommy. "You'll be late for school." On the way, Tisha stopped to listen to the sounds. "Hurry up," shouted the bus driver. "I'm running late." In the classroom, Tisha found a book about space. "Hurry up," said the teacher. "We'll be late for the assembly." At recess, Tisha found a ladybug. She began to count the spots. 1, 2, 3. "Hurry up," called her friend, "or you will miss lunch." After lunch, Tisha drew a space shuttle. It had 3 windows, 2 wheels, and 1 bright red. "Hurry up," said the teacher. "It's time to put the crayons away." After school was over, Mommy kissed Tisha and took her backpack. "Let's hurry so we don't miss the bus." "No, thank you," sniffed Tisha. "What's the matter?" asked Mommy. "I have done too much hurrying up today," Tisha said. "Can we please have a little slow down?" Mommy smiled. "If your legs aren't too tired, would you like to walk home? It's only a few blocks away." "Yes, please," said Tisha. "When I was a girl," said Mommy, "I used to love playing How Many. Like, how many yellow cars can you see?" "There's one over there," Tisha pointed. On the walk home, they saw 5 seagulls, 4 children, 3 blue umbrellas, 2 sausage dogs, and 1 enormous hat. Then they sat on a bench in the sunshine and gave names to all the pigeons in the park. "You two must be hungry," Daddy said. "I better hurry up and get dinner." "Why don't we have a picnic instead?" said Mommy. "Oh yes, I love picnics," Tisha clapped. "We can crunch the cucumbers, chew the cheese, and feel the pickles tingle on our tongues," said Mommy. Daddy could crunch the loudest, Mommy could chew for the longest, and Tisha's tongue was the one that could tingle the most. Then a soft wind blew, and the blossoms began to fall. "Let's catch one," Tisha said. I think my favorite days," sighed Tisha, "are full of blossoms and a bit of slowing down." I think that's a beautiful book. Lots of really pretty pictures of flowers. Okay, I'm going to read one more, and it's more haikus. It's called One Leaf Rides the Wind by Celeste Davidson Manis and pictures by Susan Kathleen Hartung. One leaf rides the wind, counting in a Japanese garden. One leaf rides the wind, quick as I am, it's quicker, just beyond my grasp. Two carved temple dogs snarling over my shoulder. Sit, guard the garden. 3, suddenly I'm tall, a miniature forest. 3 posts on a wall. 3 pots on a wall. 4, from eaves to blue skies, 4 startled birds take flight. Shoo! A cat prowls the roof. 5, smiling pagoda, 5 roofs stretch to the heavens. We shelter beneath. 6, outside the tea house, 6 wooden sandals gathered neatly in a row. 7, on a lacquered tray, 7 sweet surprises lie. Hungry tummies growl. 8, what do flowers dream? Adrift on 8 pond pillows, pink-cheeked blossoms rest. 9, hoping for some crumbs, they nibble at my fingers. 9 glittering koi fish. 10, 10 lanterns waiting. When darkness falls, they sparkle. Please to light the way. 1 leaf rides the wind, quick as it is, I'm quicker. I reach for the sky. That's the end. So that was a good book. So Cherry Blossoms, the festivals I talked about are in Japan and some in the United States, but they started in Japan and other parts of Asia. So this is a good book. It's called All About Japan, Stories, Songs, Crafts, and Games for Kids. And there's some information about the Cherry Blossom Festival in there. We have a lot of books about haiku, which is poetry that was started in Japan. We have this one, Out of This World, Star-Studded Haiku. We have this one called In a Spring Garden. So that's more poems, more haiku with pictures. And this one is called Lion of the Sky, Haiku for All Seasons. This haiku is usually written about things in nature or seasons. And then, if you're interested in cherries, the kind that you can eat, there's a book called How to Make a Cherry Pie and See the USA. This is a cute one. And this one too, about cherries, 2 cherries, sweet competition. And of course we have lots of books about flowers. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you visit the library, get a craft from here at Elm City or one of the other branches, and come to Storytime in person. That would be great to see you in person. Thank you. Bye-bye.